What's up, guys? It's your boy Pinar back in the video. Today's video we are going to be reacting to 1C Entertainment. It's been such a long time. Literally like a month. Literally like 3 months ago since I last reacted to 1C. But
My goodness, I hate stuttering.
Sinister and Shifty. I'm trying to say something. Sinister and Shifty, episode 5. If you guys notice something, I have a beanie on, and the reason why
No one even
I
asked.
might start saying this in every single video is because it's very comfortable. That's literally the only reason why I have the beanie on, but I actually like this. I'm just gonna keep this on for the rest of the video. So let's start. Here we go. 4 disturbing, true, scary stories animated by 1C Entertainment. I honestly wish the internet police could come for this channel, because they've been giving me nightmares.
My name is AK. I've always wanted to share my story here, but
I already got a pause in less than 5 seconds. AK, huh? It's your boy AK, running faster than a snake, running up the day and late. Now you better stay away. Alright, let's begin.
nothing truly scary ever happened to me until a few days ago. It was during my university break. I'd come home to rest for a week. The first 4 days were fine, but on the 5th day, I heard
What's up
whispering.
with your teeth?
It wasn't a hallucination. It was clear, real, right there. But I ignored it, told myself it was just the horror movie I'd watched earlier. Then came the 6th day. I have a little...
Oh, it's an old person. I was gonna say, what is this?
routine. I usually sleep in the large bedroom I share with my aunt, mom, and grandma. Then at 6:30 a.m., I move into my grandpa's room. He was always awake by then, out on the terrace getting fresh air. And his room is much cooler, easier to sleep in.
Yeah, because there's a window.
But this time, I woke up at 3 a.m. I was half asleep, eyes closed, pillow and bedsheet in my arms. I didn't think twice. I knew the house well enough to walk with my eyes shut. I opened the door to my grandpa's room, and when I opened my eyes, my heart stopped. Grandpa was sitting upright on the bed, just staring at me.
Bruh.
You okay? Do I need to bring you Tylenol? I mean, I don't think you actually drank it, so I can go into the room and get your Tylenol. As long as you stop staring at me like that. Okay?
Cold, empty eyes. I froze. Then I snapped out of it, realizing it was still the middle of the night. I forced a smile. "I'm sorry, Grandpa." He just grinned at me. I shut the door quickly and turned to run back. That's when I heard it, his laugh. I stopped in my tracks. The sound was so
A bit creepy, don't you think?
strange, so wrong. I opened the door just a crack, and he was already there, looking straight at me through the gap, still laughing. Fear washed over me. I ran back to Grandma's room, but when I opened the door, my aunt, my mother, and my grandmother were sitting there, all 3 staring at me. Then my mother started laughing, and my grandmother joined, and then my aunt. The sound was deafening, wrong, twisted. I stood frozen as they...
Pinch yourself, punch yourself, or kick yourself. That's the only way you come out of a dream. But if this doesn't seem like a dream, just jump out through that tiny little window right there if your body could even fit through it. Take the sheets with you. Run to the police. Probably sleep there. Probably just move on. Time to move.
They laughed harder and harder, until suddenly, without realizing it, I started laughing too.
Huh?
It hurt. My side ached. I couldn't breathe. I fell to my knees, clutching my stomach, gasping for air, still laughing. The laughter wouldn't stop, and then everything went black. When I opened my eyes, I was in the hospital. My family gathered around me. My mother burst into tears the moment she saw
Why is he still staring like that?
me awake. She kissed my forehead over and over, whispering that the prayers had worked. I asked her what had happened. She told me. That morning I stood up out of bed. My body arched backwards, my hands clawed through the air. I was on my tiptoes, my mouth wide open, and tears pouring down my face. And then I collapsed. As the doctor called my mother away, my grandmother and aunt followed her, and suddenly it was just me and my grandpa. He leaned down, gave me the warmest smile he'd ever given me, and whispered, "Did you laugh your heart out, little darling?"
So think of it as like a TV ad with a catalog component.
My grandma is the kindest person I know, and I wanted to share a few stories she told me. We're from England. She used to be a nurse, so of course she's seen quite a few dead bodies. She once mentioned how awful some of the victims of gang violence were in London. Car crashes, though, she said they were sometimes even worse. She was a very tough woman. There was always one strange thing about her house.
What type of dog is that?
She said her dog
Even sharks can't even get that type of teeth.
refused to go upstairs because of one particular room. That room always felt cold. We found out why from a neighbor who casually mentioned that a woman had died in that very room years ago. My grandma always had weird things happening around her. One night, my grandma was working
this is when she was young. Okay.
late at the hospital with a few doctors. She was alone in one of the wings when she heard the sound of a cane tapping slowly down the hallway. She didn't think much of it at first. There had been an elderly woman staying there for a long time who always banged her cane when she walked. But then she remembered something. That woman had passed away earlier that week. Still, the sound continued. Tap, tap, tap. She turned the hallway lights on. Nothing. No one was there. At first, she told herself it must have been the pipes, or maybe the old building settling. But the same sound came back the next few nights. Always at the same time. Always the same steady tapping. Eventually, she came to believe that the woman's spirit was still walking the halls of the hospital. But here's the story that I could never get over. The day my mom was born, my Nana brought her to the hospital to show her coworkers the baby.
Wait, so is she the mom of the mom, or is she the mom of the son's mom? Bruh. What?
When she arrived, one of the doctors waved her over and offered his parking spot right next to the entrance. She was grateful. It saved her a walk with a newborn in her arms. She parked and went inside. Just moments later, she heard a loud, sickening thud from outside, followed by screaming. She ran out, and what she saw chilled her. A man had fallen from one of the hospital's upper floor windows. He landed directly on the car parked where she usually would have parked. It was the car of the doctor who gave her his spot. If she had parked in her usual place, in her tiny Mini Cooper, the damage would have been horrific, fatal. If my mom had been in the back seat, she likely wouldn't have survived. Later, she asked what had happened. The man who jumped hadn't shown any signs of distress. He had coffee that morning, chatted with nurses, and seemed completely normal. Then, without warning, he ran toward a window, shattered the glass. My Nana still talks about how lucky she was that day. Hi, my name is Nateen and I live in India. This happened to me.
Alright, that is the... Okay, I'm so dumb. It was the grandma, not his mom. I don't know why I thought that.
In the summer of 2013. It was the month of June, living in
Why that kind of look like me?
India. This happened to me in the... Hi, my name is Nateen and I live in India. This happened to me in the summer of 2013. It was the month of June, during school holidays, and I was staying at my grandmother's house in the village. The house had 3 floors. I was there with my parents and both of my brothers. My dad comes from a large...
Oh, you said Indian. Oh, yeah, I'm not from India.
...family. He has 6 sisters. There was one room on the ground floor we called the storage room. It was usually kept locked.
That's not a good angle right there. Look, it's going up and then it's going right back down. Usually a door would go like that. That's not very good. That is stupid.
Inside were large soil-lined tankers used to store rice. One night, I woke up and decided to go downstairs from the 2nd floor. From the hallway, I noticed that the storage room door...
I know that's a thing they do. I know that.
...door was wide open. A dim light was glowing from inside. Curious, I walked in. That's when the strong smell of kerosene hit me. It was overwhelming.
What?
I started to feel lightheaded immediately. And then, as I looked up, I saw it, a burning figure, human-shaped, crawling toward me. It looked like it was burning, like it was on fire, but not screaming, just dragging itself across the ground, flames flickering off its body. I froze for a second, then I screamed and bolted up.
For you guys. It's 3 a.m. You're trying to go to the kitchen to get a glass of water. You see that door open wide. You see a glowing light. You go down. You see someone crawling on all floors with flames all on them. What do you do in that situation? What do you do? I personally would just be frozen in shock. But whatever you guys do, let me know in the comments.
Upstairs. Right at that moment, I heard something crash behind me. It made a loud noise.
Oh, an explosion?
And suddenly, everything went black. Then, the electricity came back on. I turned back to look again. The storage room was just as it had always been. No fire, no smoke, nothing out of place.
Oh.
I told no one. I tried to forget what happened, and I did for a long time. Until
Okay.
March of 2023, when my mother told me something strange.
What is going on with her head? Is your mom a Minecraft block or something? Because this is very crazy. It's so funny. I'm sorry. Sorry to Nitan's mom. But that's however you say his name.
She said that back in March of 2013, 10 years ago, one of my dad's younger
Exactly.
sisters had died in that very room.
Wow.
It was late at night and the electricity had gone out. She was sweeping the floor by the light of a small oil lamp, and something knocked the lamp over. It shattered and kerosene splashed across her. She caught fire instantly. She screamed and struggled until she passed out, still burning.
Wow.
By the time she got to the hospital, it was too late. That's when everything clicked. The smell, the fire, the shape crawling toward me. Had I seen her spirit that night?
But what's up with the eyes?
Why did I see her? Why me? What was she trying to tell me? Even now, I don't have answers. Just the memory of that moment and the feeling
I
that
can already see that door doesn't have the lock on. That's the first thing you should do after being heard that story.
something or someone was trying to reach out from the past.
Granny, how you been? I've been trying to play your game, but I can't because my OBS is always going 1 FPS every time I join your game. I'm sorry, Granny. I'll visit you someday.
Wait, why are you...
True.
Hi, my name is...
Hold on. What was that? True. Abandoned school horror story. True abandoned. This is not how you spell abandon. I don't know what they're trying to say.
Hi, my name is Trey. I'm a 17-year-old black male from St. Louis. But this story happened 3 years ago when I was 14 with my older brother. Let's call him Jason.
Okay.
So, my brother and I decided to leave home at 2
What is going on with that picture over there?
a.m. to explore an abandoned school in our neighborhood. Yeah, I know. 2 kids sneaking out at that hour sounds reckless, but that's exactly what we did. We walked through the empty streets, phones in hand, and my brother, who was 20 at the time, carried his Glock 19X, just in case. Once we got to the school, we explored the crumbling hallways for a while before sitting down to eat some snacks and talk about life and women. But then, in the middle of our conversation, the air shifted. A tall, middle-aged man suddenly appeared around the
Michael Myers wants his jumpsuit back.
corner with a grin that froze me in place. A quick note, the school sat right beside a dense forest, home to coyotes and deer, and the corner he came from, it led directly out of those woods. He was about 6'4", mid-30s, shaven head,
6'4",
dressed in
wow.
a black jumpsuit. His steps were uneven, dragging his left foot across the ground, and even from a distance I could smell the alcohol on him. My brother's hand slipped into his bag, ready for anything. I was just 14,
What do you mean ready for anything? You had a gun!
but I wasn't small. I'd been boxing for 6 years. My brother stood tall at 6'3". Still, none of that mattered when I saw the man's
Oh my
eyes.
gosh.
He looked empty, terrifying. He staggered towards us, lifting the bottle in his hand.
Want a drink?
He slurred.
No thank you.
Every instinct in my body screamed at me. My stomach knotted, my skin crawled, and my brother grabbed my shoulder like he felt the same thing. The man muttered something we couldn't hear. When we asked him to repeat it, he smiled and said,
I wonder what your blood would look like on the grass.
That was when he started describing
Almost
in
random.
disturbing detail how he could kill someone and feed their body to the animals in the forest. Then, without warning, he shouted.
Come here, you punks.
As he moved toward us, instinct took over. I stepped back, planted my feet, and drove my fist straight into his nose. Blood sprayed, and the man
What?
staggered. My brother drew his gun, leveled
Finally!
it at the man's face, and said
Imagine you're the older brother, and the little brother makes the first best move before you could.
through clenched teeth.
Don't move a finger.
The man laughed, blood dripping down his face.
I'm gonna kill you and your brother.
Before he could finish, I snapped. I started punching him
Bro, this little brother's a savage, bro. Oh my god.
over and over, yelling.
Get away from us.
And then, flashing lights, the police. A neighbor had heard the shouting and called them.
What neighbor? You live in a forest. There is a forest behind you.
They pulled me off the man. My brother and I told them everything. The officers arrested him, and we
Or maybe
walked
it's behind
home in silence. The moment we stepped through the door, the weight of it all hit me. My chest tightened, and I broke down, sobbing uncontrollably.
I don't know
I'm
why I'm
17
laughing.
now, and my brother is 23. To this day, I wonder what would have happened if I had taken that drink from the man.
What type of life story is that? What do you mean? I wonder what would have happened if I were to take the drink from the man. You already wasn't going to. Alright, whatever. Say whatever you want. Whatever you want. It's not like YouTube is gonna strike you for that. Whatever. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. But you better do that, what I said just now. Comment and subscribe. I'm just pulling your leg. Or am I? See ya.